Hi, everybody, and welcome back to La Capricornia with me, Priscilla Moreno. So, I'm going to jump straight into this week's reading. So, you guys, the first card is the Lovers in Reverse. So, the Lovers in Reverse, and remember, I do read intuitively. I am feeling like you're realizing or you realized why something was not for you. And I feel like you got the message loud and clear, but I also don't feel like you're heartbroken over this. So, if you watch my September messages video, you did have the Three of Swords, and I did feel like you're going to be pulling these swords out of yourself. Like you weren't going to be in pain anymore. Like stuff wasn't going to be bothering you like it once did. And I do feel this. I feel like the passion, like the thoughts behind it, are just gone. And it could even be work related, you guys. It could be career wise. And the reason why I'm saying this is I actually had a training today that was talking about that. Like, how passionate are you about this? Because, any job requires you to have some sort of passion, some sort of motivation, whether it lasts for a little bit or if it doesn't. But if you get excited by the idea of it, but when you're actually put into that situation, you're just like, or you're depressed, or you just get in a certain mood, maybe that isn't for you. And we do this a lot in relationships, you guys, where we love like the idea of being married. We love the idea of having a family, of a forever after. We have this whole fairy tale in our head and of how things should go and what we want. And to be very honest with you, not everything's going to be 100% perfect. That happily ever after is not 100% true. As we all know, relationships take work, they take time, they take effort. And sometimes it's, not picture perfect. Sometimes things happen. Like, things change. And, oh, sorry about that, you guys. It's raining over here. So you're going to hear a lot of thunder. So it's really crazy to see sometimes how like we can lose the passion for things and things really weren't for us, and maybe they were for a certain time. So do not take things for granted. I don't even think like you're taking this for granted. Like I feel like you saw why something was in your life, why something happened, why something didn't work out, and even why it's not even worth to think about anymore, and you're just like, okay, like, and I think I even said this in the September readings that you might have felt like a little like my world is over, never gonna get over this, nothing new is gonna ever come my way. But you're not feeling that anymore. Like you've really just you're fine, you're content. And it's hard for me to say, but I almost kind of feel like want to say like you've lost it, and I'm not saying that like you have, and don't take that negatively. I just don't know how else to explain it. I just really feel like you're happy about it though, and it's bringing you joy and good things into your life. Okay, so the next card is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups in the advice position is usually trying to tell you, like, okay, you're so caught up in this cloud trying to figure out what's right for you. What if I take this road? What if I take that road? The good, the bad. You're just so caught up in yourself. I don't think you're doing that anymore. And believe it or not, I feel like whatever you have finally come at peace with is giving you that freedom. Like your mind isn't as cluttered as it was before. I do feel that, like I said, like you just see everything with clarity, which is really crazy because that's one thing that I've been noticing a lot. Even like today, I had this weird thing where like I was paying attention to this leaf, right? I was on my porch, and I don't know, it was just so weird. It was like if I could see it crystal clear. And I know you're probably like, well, yeah, it's a leaf, it's right in your face. But how many times have I been on that porch? How many times have I like walked past this tree, everything? But I finally paid attention to this leaf, and there wasn't a message or anything, but it just felt like so crystal clear to me, right? And I feel like that. I feel like this is telling you, like, it's almost like a veil got lifted off of you, and you're no longer searching for anything. Like you can see things crystal clear. Like I said, I think you realize like why things happened, why things didn't work out, or why they did, or why this all happened, and you're at peace with it. And I really feel like it's giving you like so much joy. um And I think it's giving you like a lot of joy. I feel like it's also giving you a lot of abundance. Like I said, it could have been career wise. Maybe you realize like, hey, this isn't for me. Switch jobs, or you're doing whatever you're doing to get there. And it's just so much better for you. Okay, the next card is the Six of Swords in reverse. So, again, with this one, I do feel like the Six of Swords in the advice position, you would be leaving, trying to find something new. It's basically like an ending almost, but you're taking everything you've learned and you're just like, I'm no longer looking back, but you're not the happiest about it. Well, I feel like you're no longer there. I felt like you were on this boat for a while, maybe, where you were just kind of felt a little lost, like, I don't know where I'm going, just send me off, um anywhere. I was actually watching a movie yesterday where it was like, take a one-way ticket anywhere to heal this broken heart, right? Yes, I know, so dramatic, but maybe that's exactly what you were thinking, no? Or even work, like, ugh, I'm just so fed up with anything, just I just want to try something new. And I feel like you felt a little lost, and you might have felt a little lost too, because maybe that's even what you were being told. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, as much as we love our family and friends, sometimes they don't know how to be protective or supportive of us. And they worry just the same way I'm pretty sure people like here can, worry about their kids or pets or anything like that. They worry and they think they know the right thing, or they're just like, oh, I can see this being such a disaster for this person, because just like you guys, people like comfort. So you might have been getting like messages from other people telling you like, are you sure you're doing the right thing? Are you sure you can't work this out? Are you sure you can't come back here? um and I really think the answer was no. The answer was no. And it made you feel a little lost, because sometimes when we don't get that like reaction that you would hope, that's going to give you like that yes, you're like, oh God, I feel lost. Maybe this isn't for me. And you start doubting things. But I totally fine. Trust me. Not everything sometimes is like so backed up, and sometimes you just have to trust your intuition, just go with it. And I really think whatever this was, it was a lot of trusting your intuition, it was a lot of work, and I don't feel like you're doing it like, in a bad intentions. I really do think you focused on yourself. You put yourself first, and you put your happiness first. Like I said, it was just something that there might have been love, there might have been passion there, but it wasn't there anymore. And you're seeing it for what it was, and now you're going in a different direction. Okay, so for the next card, so crazy, you guys. So the Seven of Pentacles. So, like I said, it's something you have been working towards. Like, whether it was love, whether it was working on the reasons, why you felt this way. Stop looking at things, completely as in like everything was your fault, and putting yourself first. Like, you put in so much work into this happiness, and I think that you should be proud of it. I think sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for everything that we do. I know sometimes we can say, like, oh, by luck, or it just happened, but at the end of the day, was it really by luck? I know people tend to manifest money, and sometimes when money comes into your life, you're like, oh, how lucky. And it's like, well, weren't you manifesting this? Same thing with love, same thing with careers. You guys work hard, you guys are putting in your efforts, and healing from things and trying to be better people, and to learn new things, and like I said, just develop your skills. And then when you finally get what you're looking for, you're kind of like, oh, it just happened by chance, or it just happened. And it's like, well, yes, to a certain point, but you put in that work, you know what I mean? Even if something just fell into your lap, like, you put in the work to pick it up and make something out of it, you guys. Like, you really have to give yourself that credit. I don't know why I'm getting that message strong and clear. Like, you really have to give yourself the credit, something you've been working hard for. And I feel like whatever it was that you released or you realized was not for you, it held on to you in more ways that you can think of. And I don't know if it was just, and this is just a message I'm getting. Maybe you just thought, okay, this is just a love situation. This is only affecting like my relationship wise, but you don't realize that it was holding way more than that. It was holding you career wise, it was holding your life up, it's holding all these things up for you that maybe you held on to. And you guys, it could even be like a family thing, because like I was saying, sometimes people can say things without realizing like the harm that they're causing. You know, what if somebody told you like, oh, you're never gonna be able to do this, you know, like on this salary, or you're never gonna be able to learn this the way you grew up, or whatever it was. And sometimes that sticks to our head. And you know, we put in the work, we've done so much, but yet, you know, we still have that in our heads, you know, and that will hold you back. That limiting belief will hold you back in everything, because you don't think you're worthy of this, because hey, somebody told me this and it really hurts you. And it's like letting it go. Whatever it was, that limiting belief you let go is freeing you in so many aspects of your life. Like, I feel like abundance is just gonna start coming in, and that's gonna be your sign of like you're doing it, you're doing the right, you're picking the right path, and you got it. You know what I mean? Like this is what was holding you up. Okay, guys. The last card is the Ace of Cups. So, like I said, overflowing, abundance, good things coming your way. I do feel like even the bird going into this, it's like filling your cup. I feel like so many things are coming your way. You're just overflowing. Even like I said, with this joy, I feel like it brought so much freedom. And I think I talked about this in the September messages. It's just bringing so much freedom to your life, not only as in like I said just for like love or certain things. I feel like it's everything. It's affecting every part of your life, you know. And it's crazy, like I think you're gonna even be thinking that like this is crazy how much like this was really affecting all this, but it really was. And I think you have to realize that like limiting beliefs can be so infectious and bad. And the minute you start loving yourself and putting that focus on yourself and healing and getting rid of those beliefs and realizing that you're more than enough, like the good things that come your way, like I don't know who needed to hear that, but it's out there, you guys. You're more than enough, and you're gonna start seeing it the minute your mindset really truly believes that. You're gonna start seeing it. Hey guys, so for your guided card, you got coins. So like I said, there's gonna be abundance coming your way, whether it's money, whether it's things, something that you've been working hard towards is coming your way, and it's bringing all kinds of things. Like I don't know what kind of freedom. Maybe it's something that you've been wanting for a long time, and you know, it's finally here. It's gonna come here, and you're just gonna be so excited by it. And I'm almost gonna feel like, I know earlier I said like it's just gonna fall in your lap. Like things are falling into your lap, and maybe that's where you need to realize that. So I have a lot of ideas sometimes, and sometimes when I have like 20 ideas that I'm kind of thinking about, like, you know, it could be this, this, and this. Sometimes little messages will come towards me, you know, and then it'll lead me towards the right one. And you just have to pay attention to that. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell you. Like, hey, there's something that's leading you here. And the more you see that abundance growing, the more that it's the sign of like, hey, this is the path that I should take. Okay, guys. So I'm going to be using a new Oracle card deck. It's called the Isis Oracle. And I'm going to pull a card from here as your second guided message. And you have Enter the Chamber of Healing, healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. So I really do feel, like I said, I feel like you've been working on this, like you've been healing, and like this is actually even part of your healing, like that feeling of abundance, that seeing what was good for you and what was bad for you. And like this is all part of it. So don't take it as in like, you know, negatively, or don't even take it as in luck or anything. Like this is all part of your healing. Like I also do feel almost like this is kind of like a final chapter. I almost feel like you're gonna walk into this chamber and walk out like a new person, like a transformation almost. And you know, you're like I said, you've been working on it. It's not a surprise, it's not anything new. It's gonna be something that you have been praying, asking for, doing the work for, and it's finally here. So step into that chamber and walk out and truly let go of things, you guys. And that's like one of the big messages that I'm getting from this overall message, is that we need to stop holding on to the things that no longer serve us, And of course, that's always going to be the message, you guys, when it comes to anything is don't hold on to things that don't serve you. Like, let it go, even if it's like the weirdest things, like when we're always cleaning and it's like, do you really want to hold on to this paper that really means no value to you because maybe one day, like, let it go. Like, in all honesty, if you haven't used it in the past 10 years, you're probably not going to use it in the next 10. And even nowadays, the way things are going, you can always somewhat scan that paper, do something, put it on digital so you don't lose it, really. So that's the message for this week, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if it resonates in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Ugh, if I could talk. Subscribe and follow me on my other social media. Have a great week, everybody.